Hi everybody, this is MattHawes of the Happy Show. I'm here today with another video vlog. And today is something very interesting that I'm going to attempt. There was a rumor, and still is actually a rumor, that Paul McCartney actually passed away in 1966. The story goes that on November 9th, 1966, Paul McCartney was riding in his Aston Martin, and he didn't notice the lights had changed because he was busy looking at a meter maid, and got in a car accident. He lost his head, and the Beatles and whoever else is involved decided to cover it all up, and the general public never was supposed to know that he really passed away. And meanwhile, they replaced him with a look-alike. Apparently, according to the story, the guy came from Canada. His name was William Campbell or Billy Shears, depending on which version you want to go by. And the Beatles, even though they covered it up, for some reason decided to leave clues and messages throughout their music and on their album covers. And you can find out more details about the Paul is dead rumor by checking out the link I'm going to leave. It should be, I think, on this side. I'm going to leave a link in the About This Video section. That's the description to this video. I'm going to leave a link to my video, a direct link that will explain this whole Paul is dead rumor in more detail, so you can check that out. That's from 2003, and that was the first one of the first Happy shows, not the first. One of the first. It's like number 5 or 6 or something. Anyway, it's before Happy really became a co-host. I've always been interested in odd bits of trivia and oddball things, and it just fascinated me. And I never believed it even as a teenager. I just thought, wow, this is really cool. I want to hear these albums and see for myself and such. And so I bought the albums, and as I bought the albums, I became more and more a fan of the Beatles' music. By the way, on the Happy Show channel, not related at all to the death of the Paul is dead rumor, is the Christmas Beatles stuff, which I'll also leave a link there just for the heck of it. Go ahead and check out my the Christmas Beatles thing I put together with a bunch of clips from their stuff. I know a lot of you guys are fans of the Beatles out there, so I think you might get a kick out of that too. These are a couple of songs, or well, 3 songs, more than a couple, that the Beatles were supposed to have done a backwards masking on. And these are newer ones I've heard about. When I made my original video, I hadn't heard that these were part of the lore of Paul is Dead. The first is All Together Now. All Together Now is a song that they played. It was in Yellow Submarine, the movie, and it's on the soundtrack to Yellow Submarine. It's supposed to reverse to I Buried Paul. Here's reverse. See, with a click of a button, I can reverse this. Hopefully you can hear this all right. Has anybody ever, I'm sure somebody out there has, but anybody ever really bothered to just go ahead and say the words themselves to a microphone and have that reversed? I've got a microphone set up here, and I'm going to say All Together Now a few times here. All together now, all together now. There it is. That's me singing saying All Together Now. All together now, all together now. Okay, now what's this reversed to? It sounds like Planters They Explore, maybe. That's nuts. Planters nuts. It's not saying Planters They Explore or I Buried Paul, either one, right? It's just reversed lyrics. But it sounds a lot more, even with the Beatles singing it, as Planters They Explore, at least to me, than it does I Buried Paul. Classic Beatles song, right? It's supposed to reverse to He Is Dead. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Here we go. He fiddled, or was it he piddled? Get, like Harry Palms that way. Let's try this one more time. We'll listen to it like that. He fiddled, he fiddled, he fiddled, he Fiddled. Has to be. Still kept the same meaning. He fiddled. I know, it's still, you know, it's kind of tricky there, but come to your own conclusions. And let's go with the last one. That is from the song by George Harrison that he made for the Beatles called Blue Jay Way from Magical Mystery Tour. Please don't be long. Now, that's not one of the most well-known songs. Most of the Beatles fans, of course, would know it, but the average person who's just a casual Beatles fan may not be aware of that song. But it's supposed to reverse to He Is Bloody. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me, conspiracy Beatle people. It's Paul is bloody. There we go. Paul is bloody. Okay. So let me go ahead and try this again. Please don't be long. Okay, I'll say it more normal. Please don't be long. We'll hear it both ways. And if we reverse this, we'll hear my last part first. Get a little bit of my chatter in there. Let's delete that part and try this again. Polyball seal. Yep, polyball seal. It's conclusive. He balled a seal. So you see, he didn't die in 1966. Paul McCartney balled a seal. It's better than blowing a seal, but you can leave my personal life out of it. Alright, so that's the end of this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah!